Destiny 2 competitive is back!
Who's at the door? It's Destiny 2 competitive, baby! Who's here to get the people actually engaged in the game again till Lightfall? It's Destiny 2 competitive, baby!
Who's performing bodacious stunts and smoking weed? It's Destiny 2 competitive. Oh, Jesus.
It only took a measly 5 years, but Destiny 2 finally got a competitive mode that isn't terrible. Look, I know like half of you don't even step into PvP on a good day, unless you're forced to for like a quest or something. Hey, PvP barely gets any content, so let's just celebrate this, you know? Fuck it. I mean, I'm not even sure if, Gambit's alive. Do the developers, have you checked on him?
So as a filthy casual,
I was curious to see what Bungie really had to bring to the table this time. And do I enjoy this new competitive mode? Yeah, it's alright. Look, I think the best way to summarize it is it's exactly what you thought it was, but not what you hoped.
No, I don't know what I expected.
There's obvious good and bad to this new mode that I'm sure someone more talented than me has already said, but a lot of it is down to personal experience. Do you like Rift? No? Maybe you do like Rift. You're lying. You're a filthy fucking liar, and you know that. So I think it would be best to label out exactly the good and also the bad of this game mode. But even before any of that, I will say to at least try and form your own opinion on the game mode. I'm sure you'll agree or even disagree with what I have to say, so why not comment down below and invoke a gang war?
That thing you like? Well, I think it's stupid! You're stupid for liking it! But with all that being said,
let's begin now. Turns out, if you want the Destiny community to get interested in anything, you just slap a hand cannon on it. I imagine the main reason a lot of the casual audience even cares about partaking in the new competitive scene is due to Rose dropping after only playing 3 matches. Not winning, mind you, just partaking. It's a participation award. It's a pretty damn good one, though. It's a good carrot on a stick, I ain't gonna lie. I've seen what this can roll with, and it can get pretty nasty for those die-hard hand cannon users. And also has great potential outside of PvP, so it hits all the right marks. And free games of pure sweat and hell for the casuals is fine. They'll get a weapon, it's fine. So it's a good enough motivator to at least try in the game mode. So it's a great way to get the casuals through the door and into hell.
No! 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 No!
I don't think there's been a more divided game mode than Rift in the community, like, ever. And to now know that it's gonna live in the competitive pool is crazy. I'm not a huge fan of Rift, but I know that there are people out there that fucking hate Rift. And now it's first to 5 and has no mercy rule, and has all the game-breaking bullshit that it had back when it was an I am better.
Yeah, boy!
I think the main reason people don't like Rift here is because it's not any different to how it was last time. It's a rush-down boogaloo extravaganza of sweat and anger. Seriously, the amount of rounds decided by the first push on most maps,
it's too damn high.
And the spawning is still questionable and will have you asking, what the fuck was that? What? I'm in their spawn! So whilst I feel survival and showdown are fine as they are and are more or less true to the competitive vibe, Rift, even when you're winning, is boring. And it drags. Just add the mercy rule back. The other modes have best of 3, why not this? This thing had a mercy rule. Back in Iron Banner. They took it out!
Why?
I can only summarize from my experience, but for winning a match, I was getting on average somewhere between 100 to 200 points added to my rank. You wanna know how many I was getting for a loss? 5. Yeah, 5.
I am never gonna financially recover from this.
Bungie has stated that rank points are adjusted depending on individual performance, which is an absolute win in my eyes. Fuck yeah. This does massively incentivize playing to the best of your ability, knowing that you're going to be rewarded fairly for playing the objective and helping your teammates. So it's a massive positive from me. This also ties into the fact that in my experience of all the matches played, there wasn't a single game that felt incredibly one-sided, to be honest. Even when the final scores may have been 3-0, the matches themselves were pretty close. That could have gone either way. So the matches felt fair and balanced, and therefore losing or winning felt fine. I never felt too defeated for a loss, and I never felt like I was shit-stomping blueberries. But there is still a massive leaving problem, so I guess some things just never change, do they? I have never played a game in my life where there was no way to showcase your competitive rank, either through an emblem, a title, something. Anything? That's what kind of surprises me the most of all of this. Not even an emblem.
Bungie, you shit out emblems like it's the second coming of Christ and you couldn't make one here. You had one before.
And no, I'm not going to count the new Glorious title, purely down to the fact that it does not showcase your current rank. I'm not saying I'd even equip it, but I know that people love bragging rights. It's the core of a lot of competitive scenes, being able to flaunt your unique thingamadoodle. MacGuffin, I don't fucking know. Even when you're loading into the game, you have no idea what rank your teammates are, or even your opponents. It's not a huge deal for some, but I imagine at least a few people would like to show off their rank, loud and proud. And an emblem would arguably be the easiest way to do so. Just fucking 5 minutes in Photoshop. It can't be that. Oh, come on. If I'm being brutally honest, the only reason I'm really even here is to see if I can hit Platinum, so that I can acquire the previously mentioned Glorious title. But once that's been achieved, I mean... I know a lot of competitive scenes are more built on personal progression in a sense, you know, that you want to get better at the game and such. But I've always kind of seen Destiny 2 as a loot-driven game. I mean, you don't think people are doing trials for a sense of pride, do you? But even trials has a progression system. I mean, you can grind trial for guns and such. But in competitive, I mean, you could get the highest defector rank.
But why? Why would you do that? Why would you do any of that?
Again, that's completely up to your own choices, but I feel like once many people hit Platinum, that engagement bar for this game mode is gonna go way fucking down. So maybe consider adding more incentives outside of pride. I mean, we all like a challenge, but we also want to feel like our time invested has somewhat of a purpose, or else we'll just lose interest and move on to other things, like Hearthstone.
Gary, help me! Come here and help him right now, he's hanging himself!
So, is the new Destiny 2 competitive scene a step in the right direction? Yeah, I'd say so. I mean, if you already like PvP and you do trials on the regular, then it's, you know, it's exactly what you expect. And if you're new or interested in the revamp, then, you know, free matches to get a fancy new gun is at least something to spark an interest. Don't get me wrong, I mean, there are plenty of problems, but give it a chance, it's got potential. A few tweaks here and there, and we might actually have a new competitive community outside of just trials. And I mean, it's always nice to have something to do to keep us busy till Lightfall. I mean, this season isn't exactly the most engaging. So, give it a chance, get destroyed for free matches, get your fancy new gun, and proceed to complain about the meta on Twitter. Or maybe you just want to take a break from the game for now, until Lightfall comes out.
Big fucking sigh. If only there was like something to keep me busy till Lightfall. Wait, I've got it. Oh boy, this is that real gamer shit. Yeah boy. Fuck. Shit. Oh fuck me.